Thank you so much for tuning in. This is a redux of yesterday's town hall, which we're calling our first ever Novacast, Astronova's Deviant Road to Reveal. On the call, you have myself, BXT, Head of Creative and Chief Strategy Officer at Astronova. We have DG and Razzle, our co-founders, and we also have special guest Akash, who's going to be talking through some very interesting gaming development sneak peeks. And so what is this? What is this? Well, this is, again, our first town hall. It's our first opportunity to share some never before seen pieces of art. Again, a peek behind the curtain at the game development, but also to answer some of your burning questions around what's happening with our new tier pass, what's happening with Mint, and when is Mint, and what's going to be the true crux and benefit that the Revive token will offer. So we have this quick kind of catch up, kind of chunked into 3 sections. First, the alpha, where we'll be talking again about market, token, and tier pass updates, and we'll talk a little bit about some never before sneak peeks of our Deviant NFT traits, some colorways, and a little bit of background about how we got to where we are. And finally, just the beginning of our game sneak peek. And so we have a lot of ground to cover, and we will be doing these on a regular recurring basis. And so you'll see over time, we'll talk more about the game in the future. So it will be just a tease. But just in the interest of time, we're going to go ahead and dive right in and get started. Thank you again for watching. And first, we're going to talk about the alpha. Faizi, if you will unmute.
Right. So
right
thanks, Ben, for the wonderful introduction. And Deviants fam, here we're going to be talking about the alpha, mainly about the reveal, the token, and the past year, and the updates, which we haven't really outlined in the previous announcements. So I know there has been plenty of Medium articles which has been going around, but this will be like more on the insider alpha about certain things which is going to be coming out further down the road. So first, we'll cover a little bit about what the Crimson Pass is and how it fits into our complete Deviant's Min Pass tier system. So first off, what is it and who's it actually targeting? The Crimson Min Pass is actually the final pass which completes the entire 10K collection of the Deviants. So this is mainly targeted towards the new Deviants and new user acquisition. So for Min Pass users who already have the previous tiers, whether it's going to be Diamond, Gold, or Silver, you guys are good to go. You guys can burn your pass and claim your Deviant on the launch day. This is mainly for new users or for users who want to get their hands on some extra Deviants and some extra token rewards. That's what the Crimson Min Pass is for. Now, is it mandatory? Do you need it? No, if you have all these other tiers, you're good to go. This is, as I said, is just another way to claim more or get more rewards in token. And by the way, the token rewards are amazing. So it is actually a very enticing offer. Now, what do you get? So you get 1 Deviant, which you can redeem on the launch day, and you get 2,222 RVV tokens. So that's the main benefits of getting a Crimson Min Pass. Then we got the RVV token. So we've been talking so much about this that y'all must be wondering that when is this token going to be coming out and what is this? So the Deviants is part of the larger Astronova ecosystem, which is a meta RPG game. So the meta RPG game, Astronova, has its own economy model, and RVV token fits perfectly into that. So this is the HDS token on the Hedera network that we have, which is used for all the in-game purchases and all the transactions which happens in our ecosystem. So that's what's bundled with the Crimson Min Pass here. Now, what can you do with the RVV? So as I just mentioned, uh, once it's airdropped to users, once it's listed, you could sell it on exchanges, dexes. You can redeem it in Astronova itself before the game launches through, there's plenty of avenues that will be rolling out like webcomics, swag shop, battle pass, and more, where you'll be able to use your RVV token to redeem for perks, benefits, and services. Now, when will you get these rewards? Now, this is mainly for the min pass. So what's going to happen on the launch day? So if you have a min pass, whether it's going to be any of the four tiers, silver, gold, diamond, crimson, it is going to be ultimately burned to redeem your Deviants NFT on the launch day, which is on March 15th. There'll be a large window for claim, so that our holders can get plenty of time to actually come and claim using their Mint Pass. And the tokens are distributed as per the token listing schedule. So it's a TGE, the vesting schedule, and the time it applies as is for the previous airdrop rewards. So you can read more about this in the airdrop Medium article, which you can find on our link tree of our Astronova uh, Twitter handle, or in our official handles. You can find the same. So the big day is coming up. It's March 15th, and everyone has been wondering on, when is the reveal, how do I get the deviants, and all these different questions. So to get your deviant, as I said before, you have to burn your pass and you get your equivalent number of deviants NFT. So it's going to be one transaction. That's a small alpha here. It's not going to be, if you have 10 min passes, it's not going to be 10 transactions. It's going to be a single transaction where you get to redeem for all the min pass you hold. You'll get the equivalent number of deviants, which you'll be able to mint for free. And can you choose your deviant? No, you can't, unfortunately, because we're trying to use a proven fairness system by integrating Chainlink's VRF, which ensures that the deviants are truly randomized upon distribution. So no min pass tier will give an advantage over the other when it comes to rarity. But I do have something coming up that is, we do have a limited legendary deviants drop, which will come up, and more about that will be coming out in the announcements coming in the future. But this will be an opportunity for our community to bid and buy 15 legendary deviants. This does not mean there is only 15 legendary deviants. It's one from each species, which is going to be auctioned. And more details about the date, the procedure, and the process will be explained further in a Medium article, which will be detailed in a few days after the Crimson Mint Pass event is over. And the trades have different varieties of based on the rarities. That is standard, rare, epic, and legendary. More details about the trade rarity sheet and stuff will be shared to the community before the mint actually happens. So look forward to all these things.
Very exciting stuff. Really, really looking forward to being able to talk to you guys more soon about what that very unique one-of-a-kind opportunity to auction out these unique one-of-one legendary deviants will be. Very excited just to show you what they'll look like. So that's very, very exciting news indeed. So that kind of caps what we have to talk about initially for the alpha section. We are going to move on to talking about the art next. And again, what you've seen so far, and we've heard from some of you on Discord and online, and you've seen a lot of the same images. You've seen a lot of the same poses, species, renders, costumes. And there's a lot of reasons for that. There's so much work that goes into every single unique species, every single outfit, rendering, lighting, each of these Deviant NFT assets are fully posable, fully animatable. They're not static. And ultimately, in the second wave of evolution of this asset, you will actually have a moving animated version of your Deviant NFT. And so the amount of work that happens behind the scenes with our art team, with our development team, to ensure that all of this works seamlessly is a massive undertaking. And so why haven't we shown you more? It's because all of these things happen in different parts, in different pieces of the team processes, and to bring it all together just to render out one image to show you on social takes, again, a massive undertaking. But what we do have today to share with you some really special sneak peeks at some the evolution, the creative evolution of the Deviants themselves, and some very final, recently hot off the digital presses traits themselves. So first and foremost, wanted to kind of just take a big step back. About a year ago, when I joined the project, we had kind of a baseline template of what the Deviants looked like. And a lot of them all kind of resembled one another across the species. We took a step back and we thought to ourselves, how can we push this forward further, make things even more exciting, more diverse? We knew we had 15 different species, and we thought to ourselves, if we look at how these different species and creatures and genres have been represented throughout media, through the history of science fiction and fantasy, there's just so much richness and so much variety. And we wanted to draw upon all those different corners, especially as this is the first kind of hint at the way that we're going to build out and develop a whole universe in gaming. And so we made each of these deviant species truly one of a kind. We went back to the drawing board literally on some spin-off species, including our alien, our angel, our troll, our elf, our vampire, our robot. We thought to ourselves, how can we make these look even more unique, things like you haven't seen before in the NFT space for sure, and maybe haven't even seen out in, again, your favorite shows and movies. And so we pulled all these outside influences. We imbued the personality of each species and each character with something, hopefully, again, a little bit of a deviation from your expectations. And so you'll see some sketches from my own personal digital sketchbook here. How can we make these deviants feel lively, expressive, rebellious, again, truly deviant in not just name, but in character? And so we have some of this initial exploratory that we then worked with our, again, very extensive team to start creating these in 3 dimensions. And you've seen some of these in their most recent format. And we're really proud of the work we've done so far. Again, you'll see some of these species are in totally different kind of dimensions in terms of their build and musculature, their expressiveness, and there's just a whole lot of variety that we're really excited to imbue into the collection and to get into your hands. But then we also said, what if we take a step back? What if we try and improve this even more? We thought to ourselves, well, why not make these deviants really eye-catching, eye-popping? Just blow out the colors so that when you see this on OpenSea or wherever, it's just unmistakable. And so our first step was to actually go from where we've been to where we're going, which is really to push the color even further. Again, that excitement, that expressiveness. This is a kind of initial Photoshop test, so the final renders will still look a little bit different. But you'll see, again, we're pulling in more kind of like of a pop art, comic book art, colorful sensibility, rather than just kind of a more realistic color tone. And so we took this and this new color palette, this new revitalized energy, and we pulled it through every single aspect, outfit, trait. And so that was one of the things that we're really excited to kind of give you guys a sneak peek into today. First, I know that someone on Discord asked, oh, will things like the eyes be different colors? Absolutely. And we're working on exploring this right now as one of many traits. So you'll see this is the deviant that I use right now for my personal Discord profile pic. And it's, again, a lot more vibrant, and we're really excited to show you not just, again, the species skin tones and eye colors, but some other outfits. And you'll see here, this alien is wearing a primary color hoodie, and we have even more of those to show you. These are final renders of our outfits. of our hoodie specifically outfit. It's a universal outfit that will be applicable across every single one of our 15 species. And what we've done, again, we've tried to pull from, again, pop art, modern street trends, fashion, to give this look and feel something really exciting and electric. And so again, really vibrant colors, sometimes some neon, sometimes some edgy texture like the camo hoodie, which is one of my favorites. All of these outfits I would be proud to have in my closet. I wish I did. I also don't have enough room in my closet, but we don't just stop here. The hoodies are one part of the apparel line, but more importantly, we have a sneak peek of all of our shoes, and we're really, really proud of how these came out. The team has gone and put so much detail and so much care and attention into just the laces, the texture of the sole, everything that you see in the 3D mesh. They've just gone above and beyond. And this, I mean, we're showing you this very large. This is going to be so small when you look at your NFT, because you're going to have a full body to toe kind of picture of your alien, your angel, whoever it is. And so again, we've got so much attention to detail on these low tops. Again, the colorways are truly unique. Similar color pop with the reds and blacks, which is our brand colors, but something even more unique and legendary on the gold plated side, which we think is really cool. These are our low tops. We also have our chunky sneaks. So if you like to really rep a huge sneaker, then this look will be for you. And again, we've got multiple colorways, bringing in more of that neon, that vibrant lime green that's really hot right now. We have some old school throwback trends, so like Air Jordans here. There's a lot in this, a lot of attention to detail. Again, not just at the artistic level, but from a creative direction level of what are we excited to wear? What's really been hot in kind of sneaker culture? And the last shoe way is our high tops. And so we're again showing you the full range of all the footwear that will be available for every single one of your deviants. Every single one of these sneaker looks are total fire, and we're really again excited to give you guys a sneak peek into just these before we even can show you the rest. So this pretty much wraps up our art sneak peek. We hope you are starting to salivate over very specific ones, picking out your favorites, and you'll see these again on your Deviants very soon. Thank you again for paying attention to the art. I'm going to pass this off to Razzle, and I will jump back in to talk a little bit about game stuff. All right. Take it away.
Okay, yes. So regarding Astronova, the game, we have some progress already, and we would like to share some stuff with you. We'll start off with the lore, as in the general story behind what Astronova is, and what the Astronova universe looks like. So some of the basic factors which everyone needs to know: Astronova it's a universe with basically 5 planets, and they were created by these godlike beings called weavers. Weavers created everything within the Astronova ecosystem, including the 15 species that inhabit these 5 planets. Now, the agent of chaos, or the main villain, you can say, is known as Aggression. His purpose is to ensure that everything goes back to chaos. Everything, there's no order. He strives. He influences. People and species to fight within each other, fueling strife and destruction. Basically, his actions lead to the chaos, the collapse and implosion of all these different 5 planets. Now, a lot of people die. The survivors band together, escape through these mysterious portals that activate on these planets before their destruction. They escape through these portals to a new planet, a mysterious planet, a strange planet known as Astronova. On this planet, they have to learn to live together. They have to learn to survive. They have to learn to, look past their differences. That is basically the crux of the game, right? Yeah. So Ben. Would you be talking about this, Ben?
Yes, we are
Yeah.
really excited to talk a little bit at a very high level about what you'll experience when we can finally deliver this game to you. And we're really excited to take the spirit of Web3, the idea that we are all entering into this new world to reinvent and to build something stronger and better and more ambitious than the things we've experienced before. And so, as noted, when these worlds end and these 15 species escape these 5 planets, their final salvation is to again arrive at Astronova and find their way through survival, to fight back against the thing that has just destroyed all their homes, and really again portal towards new possibilities, fight for a better future. Because when you barely survive the destruction of your home planet and escape to Astronova, you emerge with this message from the beyond. We know they're coming for us, the accretion, because when all this devastation has rained upon all the planets, there's not necessarily full awareness of why and how this all happened. So you alone have the secret, and you can uncover the Weaver's secret plan to fight the accretion before it is truly too late. You are here to both transform yourself and this world and the community that you're building in the game itself, unite these warring factions and defend against the accretion. And the idea is, at initial launch, and we're just going to gloss over this very quickly because we have a lot more to talk about. But at initial launch, the game is truly a one-of-a-kind solo single-player experience that you can experience again as just a one-player role-playing game. We will be folding in multiplayer features later, but in the interest of delivering a fully immersive experience, we are really just focusing in on missions that deliver a truly immersive, exciting role-playing game experience for you on your PC. And so what you'll do is explore unimaginable wonders that are presenting themselves in this new alien planet, visiting vast terrains, revisiting perhaps your doomed homeworld through mystical, magical means. You have to solve mysteries, puzzles. What is the strange new homeworld? How will it protect you? How will it, how will it offer you salvation? How will you unlock the secrets that the Weavers have left behind because they are no longer here? What happened to them? What led to their downfall? And you still have to contend with the fact that not everyone will want to get along. So in true role-playing game fashion, you'll use diplomacy and combat alike to unite people and hopefully put an end to war and factions so you can stand united against the coming accretion. You will also encounter, monsters within the world of Astronova that have kind of taken root. And so, from these kind of technological automatons, which we are calling them magitons, to Vitalis-infused magical monsters. And so you'll only be rallying a whole cast of characters, and you will kind of struggle against the destroyer of worlds. We have a deep lore that dips into both the history of the 5 planets and carries forward stories of multiple main player companions who you will befriend over time. You yourself as a player will get to customize your own character, and will have, again, different tales to follow along some of these other characters so that you can learn more about the worlds they came from, as well as, again, kind of building this kind of united faction against the threats that come. And so we're going to pause here. So we can start to reveal a little bit about some very special behind the scenes technical stuff. I'm going to just stop my screen share here, and we're just going to pause recording, building this kind of united faction against the threats that come. And so we're going to pause here. So we can start to reveal a little bit about some very special behind the, and I can say a little something to transition us into this.
We already have, right? So after sharing.
All right, Akash. All right, Akash, thank you so much. You are our technical artist, and you've been working very hard behind the scenes on a lot of demo-related activity. And what's really exciting is you're going to preview a few things for us here to show a lot of the different moving parts that have gone into just developing the game demo. But just want to note that the things that we have shared on social thus far are not what you'll see here today. What we've shared on social has been really initial proof of concept, Unreal Engine 4 kind of investor-facing demonstration capabilities. But what we are sharing today is kind of the first taste of what will be in your hands, the demo for you, our community. So Akash, I'm going to let you take it away from here. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So, hi everyone. So this is MetaHumans, which we are working. We have recently changed from a normal character creation to MetaHuman character creation. So now, what Unreal Engine 5 provides us is very high fidelity characters, which we can use in game. So as you can see, the quality of the character in terms of visual fidelity, it's very amazing, and this is going to be at the game character, and you can see the real time, eyes movement, the hairs, and all this stuff. And we also have now let me change it to the higher settings, and we have different kind of light setups.
I mean, the speed with which these things are changing is really what's breathtaking
really
here. It's
yeah.
going to allow so much kind of just so much saved time in terms of rendering out like new approaches for how we want to represent the mood in the world in different settings. And again, this isn't the final character, but the fact that we're able to build atop this technology and have this inform all the kind of NPCs and MPCs will just really just be revolutionary. So we're really excited that MetaHumans and Unreal Engine 5 gives us this capability.
So now changing out to the next thing, we will be showcasing you Unreal Engine 4 demo, which we have previously worked on, and then we'll switch to Unreal Engine 5 demo. So let me close this. As you can see, 1 minute is it opening? Yeah. 1 minute. Is it not clear?
We're not playing yet, but
yeah,
there we go. So again, this is Unreal Engine 4, and what's really exciting about this is just seeing all the detail even Unreal Engine 4 gives us in building out believable environments, lots of mixture of different kinds of effects. Obviously, you're seeing the flames and the smoke, and the wind. We also started to develop our user interface, our heads-up display, where you are starting to get a sense of the experience that we're trying to offer. Unreal Engine 4 is great. It has been great, but that's what's amazing about technology is there's always something right around the corner that can blow even this away, and that's what's really exciting about not only where we've been but where we're headed.
Yeah. So now we have recently switched from Unreal Engine 4 to 5. So I will showcase you Unreal Engine 5 demo. So here is our demo ready. As you can see, in terms of quality, it has just changed drastically, and you can also see dynamic lighting in Unreal Engine 5, which you won't find in Unreal Engine 4. As the quality and this lighting feature is lumen, which will help us give dynamic lighting setup, and the shadows are forming real time.
Yeah, and this is what we've been talking about. Why we're so excited about the technology is it allows the attention to detail and that standards that we're holding ourselves to really be met. And we always want to ensure that we're pushing the technology to the furthest it possibly can, and that we're paying attention to these tiny things. And when we did this demo yesterday, we really were nerding out about the foot tracing and the sand, and the way that the wind was blowing the blades of grass, and all this like really tiny nuanced stuff is what adds up so many details to really help you feel immersed in a world. So it's even just this tiny technological demonstration alone is very cool to see, especially once we were able to start folding in our own creative designed assets.
And also we can see we have interactive dynamics, fluid dynamics, where you can interact with sword and maybe magic. And now I'm using mouse as it is an like a beta version. So soon we will be implementing magic effects, sword, slashes in this water fluid, and you can see how the effect will be, and it will be amazing. And then we'll switch to water fluids like rivers, oceans, and you can go through and you can just have fun fighting here. Like all the fightings and everything will be happening in water also. So we are not even constrained to land. We are not even constrained to anything. Like we can do it in air, we can do it in water, we can go inside water, and we'll just show you. Just a second.
And this is what's oh wow, this is very cool. And what's cool about this is obviously we haven't applied like the resistance physics to being underwater yet for different characters. But as you guys might remember, we have 15 different species, and our plan is to allow certain species to be, I guess, kind of more conducive to different environments. So our alien, for instance, is going to be more at home and water-based environments. So we can use all of the technology and kind of built-in kind of physics settings to allow for that level of customization and nuance in gameplay and immersion. Very cool.
Yeah. So, and we have one more thing which I will showcase you in just a minute. Let me switch to different environment. This is one of the environment which also showcase the effect of foliage, like how it will be affecting the real dynamics of like right now this is a jet which is affecting foliage system. This is very cool that we can achieve this kind of quality in Unreal Engine 5, which was not possible in Unreal Engine 4. So
that's wow, that is stunning. Just
as you can see, it's like
the way. Yeah, every single blade of grass and the lighting hitting every single blade of grass as it moves, sort of twirls in the air away in what feels just very realistic. Just wow, very cool. We didn't even get to see this yesterday, so thank you for bringing this one up too. Very cool.
Well, so yeah, like I'm done with this demo. So
wow. That is awesome. That is so cool to see. Thank you so much, Akash, for sharing a little bit of that is awesome. That is so cool to see. Thank you so much, Akash, for sharing a little bit of what you've been working on behind the scenes to our community. And, there's, of course, going to be a whole lot more over time to share, but, it's just, first we wanted to ensure that people could see, we're sharing so much all the time on social between our animated Deviants assets, some kind of old school Unreal Engine 4 demonstration proof of concept assets for investors, and now this. This is going to be really just exclusive for our community to see until we're ready to kind of have a bit more of a packaged up version of it. But it's very, it's something that we were really eager for you guys to see, that there's so much more behind the curtain here in terms of what we're working on that we can only show you. That feels like the tip of the iceberg at times, and that's partly just by circumstance and more than design, but it's a big part of what we have to do to ensure that over time we're delivering something to you guys that meets the standard that you deserve, that we hold ourselves to. And yeah, again, that's part of why we're so we're so grateful for all of the attention that you've put into supporting the community in our project. We do have a couple of very kind of high level questions that we'll touch on from the Q&A yesterday. This is actually a re-recording of yesterday's town hall because we just wanted to make sure that we could deliver the tightest possible content to you guys in the video format, because yesterday's town hall ran long in different places. And so very quickly, we'll hit upon some of the questions that the community asked. I think the first one was something along the lines of, how do we choose to partner with Hedera, even though, we're obviously launching on Ethereum first. So if you want to kind of just very quickly hit on the high notes of this, we can just run through the questions that the community has asked us.
Definitely, Ben. So, so the reason why we went ahead with Hedera was we got introduced thanks to one of our devs who was working with Google. I was working on a very secret project with Hedera for sustainability and an enterprise grade solution for that. And that's when we first got wind of it, and we got more connected to it thanks to one of our advisor, Mr. Sai Prasad, who's the co-chair of product and technical head at Hedera Hashgraph. So he plugged us into the foundation and the association, which are huge organizations of the Hedera ecosystem. And from there, we started our journey on figuring out and how this was a really good choice for us to migrate from ETH to this new network where things were I mean, especially in terms of the game, from a gaming business perspective, it was a very solid choice for us. It had speed, it had reliability, and it had stability. So considering all those, and as well as the continuous support from financial wise, or if it's community wise, from the Hashgraph Association and the Hedera communities, we made that decision to migrate to Hedera. And the question of why the Deviants are on ETH despite making that commitment to Hedera is because before we made that shift to Hedera, we had a lot of partnerships and collaborations with a lot of ETH projects, which we wanted to actually continue and honor. So that is a reason why we plan to do our first NFT launch, the first Deviants on ETH, and later we'll have our subsequent NFT drops, like the evolved version and so on and so forth, which will be our Hedera NFTs. So this way we have we will be bringing a lot of liquidity over from Ethereum to Hedera at the same time, bringing a lot of users the flowers and the benefits of this new network, which is actually a very highly undervalued gem, which will definitely it's going to be a dark horse in the next bull run. So guys, keep an eye out for Hedera, and now you know the reason why we are on ETH and Hedera.
Yeah, I think that's what's really exciting about Web3 is that, again, it's always about pushing the technology forward and finding the best possible solution for the best possible outcome. And again, we obviously started this whole thing on ETH, and that's why we partnered initially with a lot of ETH projects. But with again, the stability part of Hedera is really key. We are building something for the long term, and Hedera has been a pretty amazing partner. And we're really excited to help them bring more people into their ecosystem. Next questions, we can kind of take the next three questions, we can kind of take all at once, Faizi. And it's really, there are some just technical questions about, whether the game can be played offline. Is it going to be coming to mobile? Is it going to be, it's basically, but this is about accessibility, right? Like how can we ensure that people can play the game where they want it and how they want it? Or are they going to have to always have their wallet connected? What devices can they play it on? Is this game something for everyone or just for people who happen to, hold the token? And Faizi, I think you have some of the answers to this. I'll let you kind of start off the answers here.
Sure. So I think you can, Ben, you can give more light on the type of gameplay mechanisms and stuff. But as far as the game, the platform, so initially Astronova launches on PC, and later it will be having versions on other consoles as well. And as far as whether it's going to be token gated and stuff, this is a open world. It's going to be free for all. We're not token gating anything. It's gonna be another game like the most popular MMORPGs you play, where it doesn't, ask you for a subscription or anything, where it's free to play. So all the NFTs that you have, the Deviants or any of the upcoming ones that we have in our ecosystem, these are not a means for us to restrict users to our ecosystem. Instead, if you have those, it's gonna open up additional monetization avenues for you. But if you don't, you still get to hop into our game, and you still get to have a really fun, entertaining game. So it's open for everyone, and these NFTs and perks will give you that added customization and added certain secret missions and hidden Easter eggs, which and
Yeah,
monetization avenues, obviously, which you won't have
right.
otherwise.
Yeah, when we started this conversation about what it means to be a gaming project in the Web3 space, we quickly realized it all has to be about the game and the experience and the immersion and the story and the love of being able to play something that is just fun. And we are always working in service of that goal. And so the NFT aspects, token aspects, are all in service of enriching that experience. Whether it's kind of deepening your ability to engage in the lore, or being able to play with a custom accessory or weapon. Eventually, over time, as we fold in multiplayer components and features in the long term, ways to show off your achievements. So those are things that are coming, and it's always working in unison with enhancing the experience of the game, and never again it's certainly not pay to win, and it's not it's certainly not play to earn. It's very much a play and earn kind of situation, for lack of a better word. And so we'll have a lot more to talk about the game as time goes on, especially once we move into kind of our post reveal kind of timeline. We had a question about the long-term success of our project. How big is our team? How do we expect to deliver such a big, complex project when past projects with less complexity have failed? How are we going to achieve success? And Faizi, I'll let you talk about some of the specifics, because this is, as one of the co-founders of this project, this is something obviously near dear to your heart. But we have been working so hard in the background for so long that we are only really truly just getting started. So it would be immensely frustrating for us to not meet our goals and deliver something really exciting for our community. And so that's a big part of it. Faizi, do you want to kind of just round out this answer real quick?
Certainly. So I'll just touch back to the previous question about the gameplay style and stuff, and then move on to this. So initially, when Astronova is going to be launched, it's going to start off as an RPG game, and then after a couple seasons and stuff, it will shift to that MMORPG style. Now, this is the same approach which is taken by popular games like Final Fantasy and other major MMORPG titles. So we'll be taking the same. So that way, the users, they get to enjoy the story, the rich story, and understand through these RPG missions. And by the time it's an MMORPG, you're already part of that world and can easily relate to all the quests and missions which will come up. Um, and regarding the question about the team, the timeline, and the success, we are a project we started in 2020. Our team strength right now is around 75 teammates. We are a global team. We have teammates from almost every country. We have a timeline for our game. Our game launch is scheduled for towards Q4 of 2023. That will be when we have our first version, which will be playable. And regarding the success and stuff, now this is like a very long project. It's a long journey, and we are looking at, there are several projects which don't make it because of several aspects like funding, partnerships, no actual commitment to actually deliver the project and stuff. Here in our team, we are fully doxed and we are putting our names at stake when we started this project. And we have partnered with quite a bit of some big names. If you can see the partnerships and collaborations that we have, and we do wish to fulfill, because for us, all of the things that we do actually ends up for the actual game launch, which is the final product. And we want to make sure that we stick to our promises no matter what. Regarding aspects of the fundraising and stuff, it has been going very well. We are getting extensive support from the Hedera Foundation and the Hashgraph Association. So and not only that, because we have been around from quite a bit of time now, we have made some really good VC connections, which is supporting us for our fundraising. And I guess the last question is about the NFT's impact and gameplay. Now,
yeah, we kind of hinted at that, and I think that's one of those things that we'll definitely be revealing more about in the future. But again, it's always in service of enhancing the experience, right? There are teases and systems that we're still developing, but I think this is a good one to start covering in future Novacasts, because there's really a lot to answer here. But I don't know if there's a little bit of a tease of an answer you want to offer, feel free.
Right. So I think I'll limit my answer to only specifying about what the impact of the deviants will have on the gameplay, because rest of the stuff is still under wraps. So the deviants will definitely act as a companion character in the Astronova main game, and it will also serve the purpose of uncovering the mysteries of Astronova through secret missions, quests, and many more. So it's much further down the pipeline. And one thing that we didn't drop here is the Deviants will have it's an IP of its own, and it will have its own mini game, which we plan to launch somewhere towards the end of 2022. And so
23.
yeah, the 2023, sorry, my bad. So it has its own utilities and its own mini game. So it is pretty much a brand of its own, and it's connected very strongly to the Astronova huge ecosystem.
Yeah, and we will definitely have more to reveal as time goes on. But as we've started to reveal on Discord, in the lore channel, and on the website, there is a deep, rich history to the Deviants themselves, and that all predates the game in the timeline of the game itself. And so, and we're talking about the actual story timeline of the game. So that there's a lot that we are excited to kind of reveal, and different forms of media over time. And we're really excited to work with our community to understand what they're excited to learn about, how they're excited to engage in the story and contribute to it as well. So more to come in future Novacasts. I really want to thank everyone. It's just been an absolute pleasure being a part of this project and being able to share a small piece of it with you all today. It's a massive undertaking for a team of a lot of people. We're just a few voices among many who are contributing to all of the work here. And we look to all of you to help us really continue to carve out success as we move towards reveal and final Deviants Mint. We're excited to hopefully share some more sneak peeks with you soon. So please let us know, what you think in Discord, and give us all of your feedback. We're always excited to hear what you have to say, to see what you're excited to learn more about. And again, we'll see you next time. Go forth and deviate. That is it for us. BXT out. Razzle, who I had to leave early, out. I'll leave it with you, DG.
So thanks for having us, Deviants fam, and we look forward to having more Novacast episodes. So subscribe to our channel and be active in our community. Cheers, fam.